So, this is a video I had no clue that I would be making until the situation, or until not the situation happened because it happened years ago, but until it was revealed to the public. So, most of you probably know I still play Fortnite. Yes, I'm a 21-year-old with a full-time job working almost 40 hours a week that still plays Fortnite. Because I enjoy the game most of the or oftentimes, even if definitely not all the time. But recently, professional player Peterbot has been exposed in a video that was recorded a few years ago of him in the agent house saying the N word and the F slur multiple times. Like, he said the F slur once, and then he said the N word, I think, 7 times. Which, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's awful. Like, people should not be saying these things, and it's unforgivable. And keep in mind, what I'm about to say is not trying to excuse him from the consequences of his actions. I do think that Falcon, at least his org, should take some action against him. If not entirely dropping him from the org, at least putting him in sensitivity training, like FaZe did with Dubs. But he was 16 at the time. That doesn't make it okay, keep in mind. That doesn't make it any better at all. He still said unforgivable words that should never come out of someone's mouth. But that does bring a bit more context to the situation, because most teenagers, if not all teenagers, they say stupid, incredibly hateful shit for no reason. Teenagers will be some of the most hateful people, some of the most hate-filled, disgusting people, but they'll grow from it. They will change from it. And, like, I've even addressed some of the shit that I've said and done in some of my videos in the past, because I was in that situation at once. I would say those things and feel no remorse or regret over that, and it wasn't okay. I deserve the consequences from it, and I didn't get the consequences, but that doesn't mean that I wasn't deserving of them. I should have had consequences for saying those words, and I didn't. But that obviously does not mean that what I did was okay just because there didn't end up being any consequence. It was still awful. Those words should have never came out of my mouth when I was that age, and they should have never came out of Peterbot's mouth when he was 16. Yes, I understand that he was in a house with a lot of really immature streamers like Scented and Bucky, but that is not a reason. That is an excuse, and a very poor one at that. And a lot of people will be saying, what's the difference? With the reason, you're actually accepting the consequences of your actions, and with an excuse, it's literally in the word. You're trying to excuse yourself from the consequences. And we need Peter to be made an example out of for the Fortnite community, especially because there are a lot of people who are trying to defend him in this situation. And that's not okay. What Peterbot did was absolutely unforgivable, and he knows this himself as well. It should not slide, and action should be taken, even if not by Fortnite themselves, at least by Falcon. And I hope that Epic does something to address this as well, because I can say it a million times, this is not okay. Now, I don't know too much about Peter other than this situation, because I've avoided watching his content because of how arrogant and cocky he is. I will just straight up admit that. So I don't know if he's changed since then. Feel free to tell me in the comments whether or not he has, because I don't know. I just know what he has done, and I can say, as someone who's been in that shoe, that the actions aren't forgivable. There's nothing that we can do to make up for it, because they are that bad. Those words should never come out of someone's mouth. But people can grow, and minors will do some of the worst, most heinous shit you will see. Doesn't make it forgivable, but at least they can try to learn and grow from it. And I hope that Peter has learned and grown from it since then. Anyway, just thought I'd give my thoughts on the scenario. Very disappointed to hear about that situation, but you know, internet will internet. People will do horrendous shit, so yeah.